Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! The following video will contain spoilers for the Flash episode, Who is Harrison Wells? If you don't want anything ruined for you, stop watching now. Okay, well, for those of you that are still here, hey guys, Dave here, and last night was an interesting episode. It was, getting to see a shapeshifter wreaking all kind of havoc is always an interesting thing, but of course that being just one of the things going on in the episode. Some of the more interesting things I thought were some of the fillers that was going on, like, Central City is getting racked with crimes committed by people who swear up and down that they were innocent or that they had alibis. Joe and Cisco head to Starling City to find out more about what happened the night of the car accident where Harrison Wells and his lovely wife had passed. So they take off, and of course, getting to hook up with our favorite head of the police department, Mr. Lance there, and also running into Laurel. Well, we get to see a bit of the obvious tensions going on between those two, and hopefully the interaction between Joe and Lance, hopefully helping to ease things over with each other as far as for their family. Cisco also gets to talking with Laurel, who reveals the whole thing about she knows who Barry is, not who Oliver is, and she's the Black Canary and could use Cisco's help. And of course, I think it's hysterical seeing, we've all seen the little commercial where, Cisco goes, "I love you." It's cute to see him be the fan. It gets to put us in there in a way that's really cool. So I appreciate that. And of course, she's asking about ways to try to modify this sonic device that her sister used to have. So it looks like because of this, we're going to get Cisco being the reason why she eventually have the canary cry. So it's cool to see it, and I think it's going to be cool when we finally get to see it on Arrow. So keep an eye out for it. That's going to be some good stuff coming up. But meanwhile, Caitlin's not crazy about trying to keep things from Dr. Wells. She still thinks that maybe he is a good guy and really needs more proof of it while dancing around the whole thing. We also get to see what happens with when he copies Eddie Thawne, and we get to see him apparently going bad on a couple cops. But fortunately, it was Hannibal, a.k.a. Everyman, who was a metamorph by touch. Wells also drops an interesting thing about programmable matter, and seeing if this guy's actually proof of concept. So, could his shape-shifting one day lead to the technology that allowing for ring costumes? I don't know, but it's something interesting to think about. As I'm still wondering about the whole possible thing about molecular transduction technology like the Creeper, but no sign of that yet. So we'll have to see. And also, while it's going on, we get to find out that Barry is not invulnerable to surprise. He can be knocked out or taken unawares. So it was an interesting episode in that regard, but to be honest, it feels more like it was an okay episode, but it was just another filler episode. It is interesting that when Cisco detects the bones of the actual Dr. Wells, the whole floating liquid thing apparently is an indicator of tachyons. Tachyons are particles that are moving so fast they actually go backward through time. So apparently the floating liquid thing we've been seeing, according to the show, is a sign that something in the near future moves so fast that it goes backward in time and it actually suspends the fluid. So interesting little thing there. So it may not necessarily mean someone about detecting the speed force itself, unless someone's actually going backward or forward through time. So something to keep an eye out for. But yeah, I thought the episode was good, but not great. It helped for some, to fill in a couple gaps in here, especially with Arrow. But I don't really like to think that I'm speaking for an entire group in the fandom. But I feel like I may speak for a growing number of people within the fandom of the show that when it comes to their big reveal and confrontation of Wells, of just do it already. Have the big reveal. Just friggin' do it. So eventually, yes, the bad guy is caught. Eddie is exonerated thanks to getting to see things on camera, and we get to see the whole Flash versus Flash thing. Fortunately, it only takes on the appearance and not the powers, so that's a good thing. But while this is going on, I think the best part of the episode, besides the interaction with Cisco and Laurel, has got to be the epilogue. After the whole Flash, thing there, and we get to see the little, end of that bit. Cisco goes over the records of Star Labs and finds apparently a part that shouldn't be there. So now Barry, Cisco, and Caitlin discover the hidden room of Dr. Wells, aka Eobard Thawne. They find the room, they find the reverse Flash suit, and the future news story showing Barry disappearing as the Flash in Crisis, and the date being 2025. So, the big reveal has kind of happened. They found out the location of his secret. They found out this. So, that was the most intense part. And it looks like finally, after all this build-up, after all the build-up of week after week after week, it looks like next week we're finally going to get it. According to the commercial for next week, too, it looks like Cisco might once again be getting that feeling of deja vu with a vibrating fist through his chest. So, don't know about that, but that's the best part to me, at least. I mean, the episode was good, but not fantastic. And hopefully next week will be the big confrontational thing we'll get to, we've been hoping for. Or at least one of them. So, hopefully from here on, it's going to get only more exciting, and the build-up will finally have been worth it. But tonight's episode, like I said, was good, not fantastic, and had a lot of interpersonal stuff in it, but it was okay. But there's something I keep thinking about, that, everyone keeps hoping, is Caitlin going to get her powers and become Killer Frost? Is Cisco going to get his powers and become Vibe? Okay, when the hacker on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. gets vibration powers before Vibe on the Flash, something's wrong. I know, they've had a couple years ahead of this to build up to it, but still, come on, Cisco needs to be able to do it. But the absolute worst part, when Cisco finally does get his powers and becomes Vibe, I think one of the worst parts is going to be, for a fact that there's going to be at least one fan-made video of showing clips of Cisco put to the music of Taylor Swift's Shake It Off. And it's going to suck! It's going to suck! I'm sorry, but it's just, oh, God. And of course, Caitlin gets her thing. People are going to be having the whole Elsa Let It Go music crap going on. It's just, I can almost hear the sucking. Anyway, like I said, that's my opinion. That episode was okay, but not fantastic. But hopefully you should be building up to a lot of bigger and better stuff coming up here in the future. What do you guys think? Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and let me know your thoughts. Alright guys, until next time, this is Dave. Peace. Yum yum.